Who here can tell me what they think a muscle car is?
This is pretty strong.
What was that?
American.
Marco? Anyone else?
Transportation.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure most of you guys have seen these driving around today. Well, these come from older versions, like these. I like these much more. They're way cooler. And I've been interested in muscle cars since I was a little kid, but just like recently, about a year ago, I've been doing research on them, and I've just been fascinated by them. I happen to own 87 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, but unfortunately I had to sell it due to like, space and no time and funds to work on it. I'll show you guys the car a little later. And hopefully by the end of this speech you'll have a better understanding on muscle cars and why I think they're cool. So I'll be telling you guys about the history about muscle cars, some characteristics of what defines it, maybe some popular modifications that people do to make them go faster. And I'll be sharing two of my favorite cars. Now I'll tell you some history and what defines a muscle car. So a muscle car, well, I'll tell you the history first. According to Wikipedia, muscle cars came about in the mid 1950s and 60s. It was a time when America was happy. Like it was a post-war era. Like there was no limitations on like how much power you could put under your hood. There was no gas pounds because the gas is so cheap. And there was no like laws that had to do with the air control. So like people didn't have to worry about smog. So what defines a muscle car has to be a two-door, mid-sized car. They usually have fat tires, as you can see, in the top left one. And most importantly, it has to have a powerful V8 under the hood, as you can see right here. And they're usually known, and it has to be rear-wheel drive also. And as you can see, that car is rear-wheel drive and a lot of power. And due to having so much torque, they can do like long tire shedding burnouts, as you can see right here. And once again, the V8 engine is really important, and there are many modifications that you can do to it. So you can do a supercharger on it, or a turbocharger. If you guys have seen them before, and when they're sticking out, like the engine sticking out of the hood like that, that's a supercharger. And the turbocharger is like inside, like it doesn't stick out, but they both, well according to carsdirect.com, they both compress air and inject it into the engine. And with that increases like a lot of horsepower. But the turbocharger uses wasted gases, and the supercharger uses the belt that goes in the engine. And that's those are some popular modifications people do with it. Now that I've told you also the carburetors. That has 8 barrels on it. So what that allows, it allows more air and fuel to go into the engine, which also creates more power. Now that I told you some modifications people usually do to that, I'll tell you what my favorite cars are. My first favorite car is a 1970 Challenger. I've only seen two with my own eyes. And I don't know, just something that just like catches my eye. Like I love the way like it's the stance, I love the headlights, like the shape of it. I'm always looking it up, and I love the sound of it. And right here, if you guys have seen Two Guns with Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington, gets featured in that movie too. And my second favorite car would be the third generation Camaro. This one I really like also, like just the body shape and the headlights. Those are pictures from Google, and this one happens to be mine. That's the one that I had to sell. And I really like that car too because my dad, he had that car when he was young. So I thought it would be cool to have something he had. And now that I told you what my favorite cars are, I'm going to conclude my speech. And I hope now, after you told me a few things about muscle cars, you guys have a better understanding and basic knowledge of them. And I told you guys about some history of the muscle car, characteristics, and what defines it, some popular modifications people do there. And I shared two of my favorite cars. Muscle cars have been around for a long time, and they keep living on through the owners who restore them and bring them back to life. And according to Alexandra Paul from HowStuffWorks.com, she says cars we drive say a lot about us. And I hope one day that I can either get a 7 Challenger or this one and rebuild it, and so I can so it can represent me. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you.